as well. But so today is the life lessons from our dogs, and obviously it's a huge, huge topic. There's so much to cover in that, so many different aspects to that. So what we're going to start off with today is just a simple little exercise to explore some of those life lessons, some of those gifts that we've got from our dogs, and what we can do with them, how we can recognize them, and what we can do with them. And I'll be guiding you through a short visualization exercise to bring through a message today from your dogs as to what their message is for you today going forward for this weekend, perhaps. So let's start off by just saying, so what are these gifts? Because sometimes they certainly don't feel like gifts in the moment, especially if we have sensitive dogs, if we have dogs with challenging behaviors. It certainly can't feel like a gift in the moment. And sometimes it's only after we've had a breakthrough, after we've gone through a lot with our dogs, that we can sort of look back and see some of the lessons and some of those gifts that they bring to us. And these could be in the form of, sort of, as I said, just a life lesson teaching. It could be a quality, a core value, a principle that has been made aware to you. And those could be anything. I'll just give you some of the real common ones, like dogs teach us patience, they teach us kindness, they teach us empathy, they teach us about unconditional love, they teach us about authenticity. The list goes on, and each one of us are going to have different lessons and different messages coming through from our dogs. And as I say, sometimes it's not in the moment. Very often it's only after the event or after living your life a couple of years with that dog, going through traumatic events, that we come out on the other side stronger, better, more understanding of ourselves and of our dogs. So I'd love for those of you who are here, maybe you can just type in the chat, and for those of you coming later, just put hashtag replay and type in some of the lessons that your dog has helped you to see. So whether or has your dog has gifted you that you are now experiencing in your life. So it may be that you may experience more patience and kindness and forgiveness and all of these things, but there also may be deeper life lessons like feeling heard and understood. What it is like now to feel heard and understood, because you are able to, and you're able to do the same for your dogs, to really make them feel heard and understood. It could be something like understanding safety. For me, that was a huge thing of learning what safety really means, what it means to feel safe for me, and what it means to feel safe for another individual, and what that can look like to them, and to honor whatever that looks like for that person. So perspective shifting has been a huge one for me, for sure. So maybe you can just type in the chat and tell us what are some of the lessons that you have received from your dogs, one of the gifts that they have given you that you may have realized after the event, or after a while of having that, or you're going through a challenging event with them. As I say, sometimes we have these lessons come through afterwards, we realize them. And this goes for some of our other dogs and other animals in our lives too, because sometimes we don't realize it at the time. But as we go through life, we can look back at those relationships, even if our animals have passed on and they've been a part of our journey at an earlier stage. We may not have recognized it then, but we now are at a stage where we can look back and see where we've come from, and what those messages, what those gifts were from our animal friends back then. So I would love to hear from you in the chat what those lessons are for you. So, but today I'd like to talk about what we do with those lessons. So it's important not to just acknowledge them, to say, wow, I learned so much patience from this dog, or wow, that dog taught me so much about myself. It's what you do with it. It's paying it forward that's really going to have that makes it really a gift, that makes it really something that our dogs have given to us, not just to make our lives better, not just to make their lives better, but to make the whole better, it's the whole world better. So other relationships in your life, bringing it into your relationships with your family, your relationships with friends and colleagues, your relationships with your business, relationships with your career. All of these things, we bring these qualities and these values, these principles, we embody them and we become them so that we can share these with other people as well. So it's paying it forward and it's bringing it into our life and actioning them is where the true gift comes through, where the true gift is, as I say, embodied and then passed on to others. So Tracy says, the lessons that come up for me straight away are trust, boundaries, acceptance, and letting go. Those are huge ones, Tracy. Yes, trust, boundaries, acceptance, and letting go. All big ones. So it's a case of, right, now we've learned this. How do we do it even more? What else can we do with it? So today I'm going to just take you through a short exercise. If you're driving, this is not for you now. You can watch back later because I want you to close your eyes or at least have some really quiet time where you can concentrate on this. And I'm just going to guide you through a gentle visualization exercise and see what that message is today, perhaps that you can receive or remember and bring into your life today and then gift it forward in some way. All right, so when you're ready, I want you to just take a deep breath. Just center and ground yourself, relax. Perhaps you want to be seated. Perhaps you're just in your chair watching this at your desk, or perhaps you're walking around the house. Maybe you just want to find a quiet spot and just be still for a few minutes and feel your feet on the floor. Just gently breathe in and out a few times. And just come to that central space. Just concentrate on your breathing for a second. Feel the breath go in and out. Just wiggle your hands and toes and drop your shoulders a little bit. Just sink into your seat, sink into your feet, wherever you are at the moment. And I want you to imagine that you're in a beautiful space. A space that's somewhere really special, where you feel safe, where you feel calm, where you feel joy, where you feel awe. A beautiful safe space, and that could be a space in your home. It could be a space out in nature that you enjoy going to. It could be a space that you love to go to as a child, or a holiday that you remember. Just a beautiful space where everything felt really good, where everything felt like the world was one and you felt happy and content. And I just want you to feel into that space and take a lovely breath in and feel that calm and that safety. And now I want you to imagine that your dog, your current dog, or your dogs, if you have more than one, and all the other animals that you had in your life, so all the animals that have previously been part of your life, I invite you to ask them to encircle you. So they come into that special space with you and they start to make a circle, form a circle around you in that special space. And you turn around and you see each one of them there, acknowledging them for coming to join you. So this could be any animals that you've shared your life with, past and present. And now I want you to ask one of the animals there to take a step forward in the circle towards you. One of the animals that has a special message for you today, that wants to share a special gift, a special insight to you today. So ask that animal to just step forward towards you in that circle. And I want you to greet that animal and ask them for their message. What is it that you would like to gift to me today? What gift would you like to show me today? What message do you have for me today? And just whatever words come into your mind, whatever that may be. And I want you to think about how you can embrace that message, that gift, that value, that principle, life lesson. What can that help you to teach you about yourself? Is that something you need more of today or this weekend? Is that something that's lacking in your life that you need more of? Is it something that you can share with others? Is it something that can enhance somebody's life? Somebody that may be close to you that you know at the moment, may be in need of that gift that you can share with them. Perhaps it's a message of forgiveness, that you want to forgive yourself, you want to forgive somebody else, you want to forgive a circumstance, a past event, you want to let it go. So just embrace whatever that message is, and just see the different aspects of not only of how it can help you and how it can help your animal, but how you can pay that forward, how you can expand that. You can expand the awareness of that gift in your life, and you can expand the awareness of that message to others, to bring that gift to them too. And now I want you to thank your animal for that special gift and that special message. You can embrace them. Feel the love and the connection. And then gently, all the animals, you bid them farewell, and they slowly disappear back into the environment where you're in. And when you're ready, I'd love you to open your eyes and come back to the present moment. Wiggle your fingers, shake your shoulders. Good. And so I would love you to share that message that your animal has brought to you today, whatever that may be. If you would like to, you can share it in the comments. You can, if you don't feel comfortable sharing it, that's fine too. But I'd love you to take this special message, the special gift that your dog has given you, or your animal, a previous animal, has brought to your attention today, and go out and honor that. Go out and honor that gift, that it's something not only helpful, as I say, for us and for our animals, but we can share that with others too. We can pay it forward, because these are gifts that keep on giving from our dogs. These are gifts that, as I said from earlier, I can look back at animals that I had previously in my life, which at the time didn't mean anything to me. I didn't have an understanding or an awareness about things that I do now. I can look back now and see those gifts and see how they have helped me to get to where I am today. So they just keep giving. They just keep giving, and we can give them even further. So that's my message for you, lovely people, today. Acknowledge those gifts that our dogs give us. There are so many. The list goes on, and in fact I would love for us to create a list here of all of that, because it is so special, and some of us would really say, yes, that too, yes, I resonate with that. So perhaps we should start in the in the chat of this one, we'll just start a long list of all these beautiful lessons that our animals, past and present, have brought to our attention, and then choose one of those for this weekend, perhaps, to go out and embrace, grow, bring more of into your life, and then to share with others as well. So thank you very much. Go off and have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for sharing this